Okay, hi everybody. In this video we are going to be covering just doing gentle range of motion movements with your shoulder. So there's going to be 3 variations that we cover. The first one is just moving the shoulder itself, and then we'll slowly add in a little bit more movement for the arms. And for this, it's really important to pay attention to your range of motion and the kind of the constraints of pain within that. So we want to make sure that we are kind of exploring that line, but not pushing ourselves to a point where we feel like we're enhancing whatever injury we're dealing with. But we want to explore what's there, what feels uncomfortable, why it feels uncomfortable, and then staying always within that space of healing and not pushing ourselves too far. That's going to mean something different to everybody, so it's really important just to listen to your body and follow those cues that we went over at our first session. So to start, we are going to do just some basic shoulder movements without the use of our arms. So I'm going to sit to the side so that you can see the full range of motion here. But using your inhale, we're going to bring the shoulders up towards the ears, kind of as high as you can within that realm of comfort. And then you're also going to draw the shoulder blades back together at the spine, so you're really drawing them behind you. And then as you exhale, you're going to draw the shoulders down the body and round them forward. And so we'll just follow our breath doing that. So inhaling up and shoulders back, exhaling the shoulders down and bringing them forward. And so as you do this, see if you can really focus on each individual movement. So the elevation, the retraction, the depression, and the protraction. And then progressively start to allow that to turn into just one synchronous movement that really follows the breath. And once you've done about 5 of those, then you can change direction. And you might notice as you're doing this that there are some obvious asymmetries from right to left. And again, we're just taking note of that. Maybe noticing if what you're experiencing today as you do this is a little bit different than what you experienced yesterday when you did this. Good, so that's our first variation. Our second variation is very similar, but we're going to bring a little bit of movement into this. So we're going to bring our arms up as goalposts. We're going to inhale, draw the elbows and the backs of your hands towards the wall behind you. So again, you're still drawing those shoulder blades together. And then you can lift the shoulders up, slide the shoulders down, and bring your forearms together. So those are the 4 ranges of motion that we're going to do. And again, I'm going to stand to the side just so you can see all of the different planes that we are moving in for our shoulders. So arms at goalposts, we're going to inhale the shoulders up, exhale, bring them together, down, forward. Inhale, and exhale. So again, as you're doing this, if you notice that there's maybe a little bit more pinching at the head of the shoulder here, this is bringing the humerus to be involved in the movement. So if there's an impingement there, you can just go back to the first variation where there's a little bit less arm movement. And then you can reverse as well. So. And again, same thing with the prior variation, but you want to start just by exploring each of those kind of planes of which you're moving. So elevating the scapula or the shoulders, depressing, and then protracting, so bringing the shoulders forward, and retracting, bringing the shoulders back. Once you've explored all of those ranges of motion, see if you can start to bring them into more of a synchronized movement. So it's just one movement following that breath. So then our last variation, is a movement where I like to say it's the plate holding movement. So this is going to go through all the ranges of motion of the shoulder. You can do this one arm at a time, but imagine that you're holding a plate on your hand. You're going to hold that plate in front of you. You're going to bring that arm behind you, the palm still facing up. Straighten out the arm as far as you can. Bring that hand back forward, out to the side, around, and overhead. So again, this is going to be the fullest range of motion of your shoulder, kind of moving in all those directions. But we want to make sure that, again, you're not moving into any areas where it's causing pain or any of that pinching or radiating pain. We want to be moving kind of just within this realm of ease. So for some of us, this movement might be a little bit more restricted, and that's fine. This is really just an opportunity for you to be exploring on a regular basis what your range of motion is and seeing maybe how that changes from day to day. And you can again do this on both sides and just noticing the difference from right to left. Where do you feel good? Where do you feel tight? Where do you feel pain? So just continue exploring with all of those different variations. And that just really helps to give you a chance as you start your practice each day to see where your range of motion is today and working within that limit.